Welcome, my dear students, to our course, Principles of Economics. We talk about the first chapter with title Definition of Economics. Today, we will explain five topics in chapter number one. The first topic, what is the economic science? The second, the major branches of economics. And number three, factors of production. The next, number four, positive analysis versus normative analysis. And the end of this unit by the topic, economic problem. The first, when we talk about what is economics or definition of economics. In this case, we describe economics as social science. We describe economics as social science. So it concerned with how people choose or make a choice to allocate scarce resources. To allocate scarce resources. So in this case, we talk about very important concept related to economics, which is the scarcity problem and the allocation of resources. We describe economics as a social science. Why we not describe economics as a natural science? In case of natural science, we talk about facts. We talk about facts. But in case of social science, we talk about the economic or individual behavior, so maybe expectation and so on. So based on economics as a social science, people must make choices. People must make choices. This choice based on what? Based on priorities. Based on priorities. People suppose want 10 goods and services, but in fact, resources or available resources can produce only 7 out of 10. So in this case, people will select 7 goods and services to produce based on the scarcity of resources. Anyway, we talk about people use limited resources to select goods and services they want mostly. They want mostly. Economic branches. In case of economic branches, we talk about two measures or two branches in economics, microeconomics versus macroeconomics. When we talk about micro, remember, we talk about individual unit. Individual unit may be firm, may be producer, may be consumer. So anyway, we talk about the behavior of individual unit. But unlike microeconomics, when we talk about macroeconomics, we talk about the summation or aggregations of all units, For example, when we talk about the relationship between the price of good and the quantity demand. So this is individual level. So this is microeconomic. But when we talk about the general prices in the economy or inflation or unemployment or national income, so this is example for macroeconomics. In general, microeconomics, we use partial equilibrium model, but in case of macroeconomics, we talk about general equilibrium model. Anyway, when we talk about any variable started with national income, national profit, so this is classified as macroeconomics. But we talk about the price of good, the profit of one firm. So this is microeconomics. Another example to understand when we talk about the wage per worker at firm level, so this is microeconomic. But when we talk about the national wages or gross wages, so this is example for macroeconomics. The next section, when we talk about factors of production, factors of production. We can talk about factors of production as factors of production. In this case, we can call the economic resources. Factors of production, we can call economic resources. Factors of production, examples in our case, five productions or five factors of production: labor, land, capital, entrepreneur, and technology. Labor or the human resources. Labor or the human resource. In case of labor, we talk about all efforts, maybe physical efforts, maybe intellectual efforts or mental efforts that shared in the production process. Any efforts, maybe physical, maybe intellectual, in the production process, so we can call this is labor. Labor as a factor of production, we can talk about the cost of labor as wages. The cost of labor as wages. Number two, land or natural resources. Land, we mention for this factor land, we talk about all natural resources, maybe raw material, maybe water, maybe the land itself, when we talk about agriculture. So all in all, we talk about all natural resources or the gift of nature. Land we can describe as the gift of nature. Number three, capital. Capital, in this case, capital in economics not equal the capital in accounting. So capital in accounting, maybe we talk about money, but capital in economics, we talk about assets, maybe machines, maybe equipment, okay? Any facility of production or any asset used in the production process, we can call capital. Entrepreneur, entrepreneur in this case, we talk about maybe individual or maybe specialized firm that manage the other factors of production. Entrepreneur or entrepreneurship may be firm, may be individual that manage the other factors of production. The next, when we talk about technology, technology in general may be a method or techniques that used in the production. There are many forms of technology. For example, maybe technology equal new product, maybe technology equal new market, discover new market, maybe technology equal new uses for existing products. So all in all, we talk about technology more than one category. The next item or the next section, positive analysis versus normative analysis. To understand the difference between positive analysis and normative analysis, first, in case of positive analysis, we ask the question, what is? So in case of positive analysis, we talk about facts, we talk about informations, and no points of view, no judgment, no points of view or no judgment. So when I ask you, what is the capital of Egypt? Okay, there is no debate, Cairo. Cairo is the capital of Egypt. So this is positive analysis. No point of view. In our economics, when we talk about another example, in case of normal good like meat, in case of normal good like meat or chicken, there is an inverse relationship between quantity demanded of this product and the price, all the other factors constant. So we accept this statement as a positive analysis. Another example in case of positive analysis when we talk about pollution. Pollution is very harmful for environment, totally agree. So all in all, we talk about positive analysis. On the other hand, normative analysis, we talk about debate. We ask the question, what ought to be or what is the best? What is the best tool? What is the best scenario? So normative analysis mainly based on judgment, based on points of view. For example, when I ask you how can we limit inflation? How we can limit this inflation or decrease inflation? Maybe one opinion that we can limit the money printing. Another opinion we should limit the imports. So all in all, we talk about points of view or more than scenario. What is the optimal in this case based on judgment? Another example, what is the optimal tool to increase domestic production? What is the optimal tool to increase domestic production? So in this case, talk about more than one tool, more than one scenario. The last point, economic problem. Economic problem, we can describe this economic problem as a scale, two sides, human needs and wants versus economic resources. Human needs and wants versus economic resources. Okay, when we talk about economic resources, as we described in the last section, economic resources equal factors of production, equal labor, land, capital, entrepreneur, and technology. We describe economic resources as limited. On the other hand, when we talk about human needs and wants, human needs and wants, we talk about unlimited. Why unlimited? Because we classified human needs and wants into public and the private, changed over time. So all in all, we talk about different categories of human needs. Why there is economic problem? Economic problem because human needs and wants greater than economic resources. Human needs and wants greater than economic resource. And there is a fact, all countries in the world face economic resources, but in different scale. So thanks for your attention and goodbye.